Hey, what's up, family? This mental stimulant, the Divine Empress, coming through for a moment. I'm in some traffic. I'll probably be driving for a good hour, so I had some information I wanted to share that I figured I'd do it now at this time. But we have a problem, ladies, because I hear it a lot, and it's not really anything that's new. Dudes been doing this. You'll hear the dudes snickering, talking about their escapades with different women, and you may hear him say something crass like, man, her little coochie stink. Or they'll make a running joke about her, but I'm going to be 100% honest, ladies. And most grown women know this, or should know this, that us catching BV, bacterial vaginosis, is due to the male phallic, honestly. It can also be caused by our diet, but that's normally, your diet have to be, you're just eating garbage every day with no vegetables ever in life. It's predominantly from the male phallic. Let me explain to you why. Most guys are taught, whether they got a sleeve on their member or not, to pull it back, make sure they go under the rim when they're washing. But no one has never told them that traditional soap does not get bacteria off of there. So, your dude may run home, jump in the shower or whatever after cheating or what have you. But the bacteria is still there, festering, and it doesn't fix the problem. Then you have sex with them, and your pH is thrown off. And it's a reoccurring thing, because that bacteria will still be present until it's cleaned properly. Most women cannot use antibacterial soap on their coin purse because it's too strong. So we're left with having to try to find ways to really clean it that's not too harsh to get rid of the bacteria that basically has been implanted in our wonderland, so to speak. But I think it could do everybody some good. One, to use condoms. And I know, a lot of the men are telling women, oh, I can't feel nothing, I'm not going to be able to perform with the condom on. Get thinner condoms. Try different condoms out till you get one that work. But us keep going around spreading all these germs, and you got women out here, their coochies is mutating your germs that you got from God knows where. And I'm not picking on nobody, it's fact. Even me in my life, these are things that I had to learn, and I'm simply sharing them. Guys, whether you're straight, bi, or just gay, your member transport a lot of germs. You also are prone to athlete's foot, jock itch. If you're active and you're the type to go to the gym a lot, that's going to be normal for you. But when you have sex with a woman and you're not clearing that bacteria off your body, her body does not know how to react to it. And it's going to mutate different in and on her, to where her body will have a hard time fighting it off. Unless she is a nerd like me and just spent months and years researching and going over these different things to understand what's really going on. But most time doctors don't know. They know what it's presented as. A lot of different things always mimic each other. Rashes mimic each other. Different little viruses mimic each other. And the doctors, no offense, I'm just saying this for educational purposes. I'm not knocking nothing. But I've come to find that a lot of times doctors really don't know the cost. They have to try different things out to figure out what it is. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of times that does not help. It makes it worse. So I'm going to say this, fellas. You should get into a common routine. If you're sexually active and you're a little bit of slut, do everybody a favor. Not even just everybody else. Do yourself a favor as well. Because let me keep it blunt. If you having relations with a specific person on a regular basis, you don't want to smell her smelling fishy. Let's keep it a buck, because isn't this what you guys talk about with women you encounter when it is off? But most times, all the times, it's you guys who throw it out of whack. So, let's do everybody a favor. Guys, get you a good antibacterial soap. We're not talking about just wiping off the crown of your member after sex and pulling your stuff up and rolling out. No, you need to be active. I don't care if you humping in a car or whatever strange place you humping in. Be proactive. Put you a little water bottle, a little rag, and a bar of soap some fucking where. Just to go over your area. Don't give that stuff time to mutate and then take it back to the chick and then be mad at her because she smell like fish. You think she ain't mad? Because, shoot, women, when that stuff get out of control, you could be walking around, people can smell that shit through your pants. So let's start with the problem. Guys, get active. Get some condoms. Even though you still need to get the area around your member. Because if you humping on a chick that's super juicy, that shit is going to soak up into your hair, your skin, around the area. And again, if you're using traditional soap, that does not kill the bacteria. So when you go to hunching on the next one, it's going to transform and it's going to mutate. Ladies, I know a lot of women are tired of running to the doctor with that BV problem because it's a common problem. Because if you're sexually active and you're dealing with a man that don't know how to properly clean his member, and he a whore, you're dealing with a walking disaster area, really. But you also got to be proactive for your own self. If you see these common tendencies in these men, or they're just reluctant to use protection, you have to start saying no. You have to start going out buying different condoms and thinner condoms and playing with the materials a little bit and introducing them to the sex life. You have to be mindful of what's really going on and not play naive, because sexual health is important. If you check on my website, mentalstimulant/SD.com, my SD shop, I have a vaginal wash there that I've composed myself for BV. For it on the body and on your part, because BV spreads. It's contagious. People don't know that. It's bacteria. So it can go to any part of your body, and once it get out of hand and it keeps mutating, you're screwed. So I've composed a bacterial vaginal flush. But you can put it in your bath water. and you can tweak it the way you need to. But the first, the first point is being knowledgeable about what's going on, man. Because you and him sitting at the house arguing because your little box smell like under the sea, and nobody's being accountable for what's really going on. Everybody has got so accustomed to yeast and BV and all these things being common, they have a starting point. And most times it's coming from the phallic. I'm sorry. Lord forbid if you got an adventurous man that is bisexual, DL, that like hitting the back door, and you're not privy to his extracurricular activity, and he's coming to your front door with all that living organism bacteria on it. I'm sorry, because it's not funny. It's terrible. It will ruin your life. Really. I don't think that we talk about this sexual health enough, man. Do you know how many common infections, rashes and things like that, they're common? But from person to person, they don't look the same. And after it has mutated 3, 4, 5 times, it becomes unrecognizable. They have a rash that they're labeling as a new STD right now. From what I've seen, it looks like shingles, and it looks like it could be a number of things, because, again, common things mimic each other. Rashes mimic each other. So you really have to get down to where did it start from? What was going on when it started? Is it reoccurring? Is it contagious? Does it spread? You have to really pay attention to things like that, because in my opinion, I don't believe that new rash STD is a STD. I don't believe it. I believe it's something dumb like jock itch or athlete's foot that just mutated so many times to where it's unrecognizable and they don't know what it is. Because be honest, a lot of these doctors that have been in school, they have been out of school so long, so many things have been introduced that they have come across, they don't know what half of this stuff is. So think about the process of trying to test this stuff after it has mutated and changed form so many times. When it has been introduced into an environment that can't fight it off. Because athlete's foot, jock itch that men occur, their body can handle that. They spray on some little athlete's foot spray stuff and they good. But imagine if that has traveled from their feet, their groin, to your crotch, your underarms, under your breasts. Imagine what happens and how it transforms. And you're stuck with an even bigger problem. Guys, we gotta get to a point of really being healthy. A lot of people are worried about the way that their body appears and all of this stuff, but we have to get healthy. It's one thing to look the part, but we have to live the part. Me included, because I'm pescatarian, but I be off balance sometimes with that. Even that. I don't eat enough vegetables all the time, and I know the proper diet to eat. But when you have been eating a certain way 30, 40 years, it becomes common. But if we expect to live into these old ages, 90, 100 years old, we gotta tighten up. And that That means health all the way across the board. Our internal health, our sexual health. We gotta care and be more active on our own lifestyles. We should not leave our health up to other people. And I'm gonna be honest, I have done it before. You be in these relationships and you get comfortable with the fact that's my man. Nah, we ain't using no rubbers. But let's be honest, if your dude is a whore, ain't nobody knocking you for staying with him, because we all do it. We gonna stay. Especially if he laying a hammer and you digmatized, you fucked up in the mind. You don't know if you coming or going. No judgment here. But if you are going to keep dealing with this BV and it keep manifesting, are you going to wait till till it turns a different color because he done contracted something out there playing in Folly Land and then brought it back to you and your little fragile body just give up? It's one thing to love the man, but you also have to protect yourself. That's all. And quite honestly, I can understand introducing condoms in your relationship when y'all have been going sushi for so long and, there's already a trust issue in the relationship. You come talking about something. I want to start using rubbers, and he flip out. Maybe that's not the man for you. But I would suggest trying to talk to him. Explain to him, look, I keep getting BV. You know what I'm saying? I'm not blaming you or anything. I just want to be healthier. I don't want my Crocs smelling like under the sea. And I know you don't want to smell that when you hitting it front and back. So help me help you. Now, if he is not mature enough to understand that, you might want to throw him back. Especially if he know he a whore. The fact that you ain't beating him over his head about you just trying to find a solution. If he don't comply, he is an idiot for one, and he just not mature. But we got to get more accountable with our lives, our health, and these things. Because the last thing I want to hear is a dude talking about how bad a chick coochie smell. Now, mind you, some chicks don't know how to properly clean. Some of them think that douching is the end-all, be-all. That's not the answer. Not if you're not douching with the proper stuff. That stuff they make in the store ain't proper. Especially the fact that so many women live on showers. In my opinion, every woman should be submerging their body in water. Simply because your shit sit up in you. It's not on the outside like a man. Women should not be taking showers. Women should be soaking with added stuff in the water. Especially if you're sexually active. Especially if your man is a serial cheater. I would say throw the whole dude away, but, no judgment here. Just take care of yourself is what I'm saying. If you having those type of reoccurring problems, I got something for you. And it's healthy. And it's going to get rid of the problem. But I will also say don't get the stuff. Use it, get rid of the problem, and still letting that dude track up your foyer. That's counterproductive. If you're not going to get some solutions after you cleared it up, then what are we doing here? Hey, I want you guys to be healthy, man. I don't want no woman to have to deal with the embarrassment of a guy trying to rag on you because you smell like fish. But you smell like fish because some dude then came in there with his dirty boots on. You understand? Hey, I love you so much. Remember, the vaginal flush is natural, all natural ingredients, and it's on mentalstimulant/sd.com. Peace.